Hi, cozy friends. Welcome to my little corner of the internet. I hope you're doing well. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. This is the map for Oakwood, my cottagecore island that I'm using the colors of brown, white, green, and yellow to decorate with. And I just realized I don't even have yellow villagers. How funny is that? But we need to get rid of Flo and Ribot still, and I think I've come to the decision that I want to get rid of Kitty also. I know she's a really cute villager and she does fit the theme, but I do need room for maybe one more green villager, and I do need to get either one or two yellow villagers. So we need to get those villagers off the island, even though I really do love Kitty, but she just needs to go because I need to get somebody else, maybe like Joey or Goldie, or I don't know who else, honestly. But here's a little island update. I made this fruit orchard, and I was thinking today what would go next to a fruit orchard that would look really cute. And I was like, oh my god, I still have some potatoes and wheat here, so why don't we just make a little like crop farm area? And look how cute Fauna is, just reading by the flowers. And we got a purple mum, which is really cool, but we're not going to be using them. And oh, look who's in the distance. It's our friend the balloon. Oh, that was not even close at all. Okay, come on. Yes, hi balloon. Okay, now that we got the balloon, we need to clean up this area, so I will see you in a second once it's done. Oh my god, it is so stormy here on the island, but it is a little bit later. You know, mom life took over. I had to take care of my baby. We went to the park and we had such a fun morning so far. But now let's get back to working on this area. And I am going to be putting down the dirt path, so I will see you guys in a second once that is done as well. Now that the dirt squares are officially put out, now it's time to put down the crops And the crops that I used are the potatoes, the sugar cane, the tomatoes, and I believe carrots. I was gonna use the wheat crops, but I am actually going to build that with a build for Victoria, our horse. I think I've mentioned it in a previous video on this island, but I'm just gonna spoil it because I'm just so excited if you didn't hear about it. I'm gonna build Victoria a horse stable, so I'm gonna be using the wheat crops as like hay. Like, I'm gonna have the hay beds, but I'm also gonna be sprinkling around some crops of hay. It's not even hay, oh my god. It is just about 8 o'clock in the morning when I'm recording this, and I haven't had my coffee yet. But I meant to say, I'm gonna be using the wheat as extra pieces of hay. So, you know how horses love to eat hay. I'm gonna be having that spread around the build, around like her little horse stable. So, yeah. Anyways, let's just keep putting these crops together, and I will see you guys once it's done. Now that the crops are all put in place, now we need to fence in this area. And as I'm putting the fences out, I realized that I should have moved this whole entire build up a couple of squares because I can't fully square in the crops because it is on the edge of the island. But honestly, I was just like, you know what? I just did all this work. The shovel just pissed me off. Like, I was trying to dig in one spot and my girl went into another. So I was like, you know what? This build is gonna stay here and we're gonna work with what we have. So I will see you guys once that's all filled in and we can do our outro for today's portion of the video. Okay guys, the crops are in, the fence is built, but we still have a couple of more items to put into this build, so I will see you guys once I do that. Hi again, cozy friends. It is the next day IRL and in game because I can never finish a build in one Animal Crossing day. It's just not possible. But Goldie has sent us a DIY, which is a pansy wreath. And I'm actually not going to be using that on this island, but I do want to get Goldie as a villager on this island. So this is what the build for the farm is looking like right now. The crops are starting to grow in, which is nice, so I'm gonna water them really quick just so they can start getting to like the 2 sprouts or 3 sprouts, so these little dirt spots look a little bit more full. So I will be right back once I'm done with all of this and we can start getting the decorations set down. Bada bing, bada boom, all the crops are watered. And I was checking in my storage to see if I had an extra plain party arch, and I did. So I put it at the entrance just so it could look a little more whimsical over here. And as you saw before, I do have the brick version of the garden faucet, but I don't actually want it in that color because we're not using reds on this island. So I either am going to take it to Harv's Island to get it customized, or they have another one in Nook's Cranny today, but we're not going to use that color version either. Or if I can't get to Harv's Island today, then I think I'm just going to go to a treasure island to go see what colorways they have there, because I'm pretty sure they have it in brown. So I will see you guys in just a second when we have all the items. Okay guys, we are back from the Treasure Island trip, and I was able to find the garden faucet in the brown color, which is a lot better than the brick one. So we're gonna place, no, we're not gonna place the same one we already had here. Come on, place the right one. Yeah, there we go. See, the brown one does look better in this area, especially for the colorway of this island. And there was another item that I picked up on the Treasure Island, which was the tractor. And I'm not 100% sure if I'm actually going to keep it. I do like it for now because it does bring a little bit of height and different colors for this area because it is mostly green. And again, yellow is one of the colors that we are using on this island. And I also picked up some windmills because that item also brings a lot of height for a build, especially something flat like this. And I figured since it's gonna be a farm anyway, aren't there windmills on farms? If anybody in the comments below lives near like a farm area, let me know if there's windmills where you are. I'm not trying to make it like realistic, but sort of in a way, if that makes sense. Oh god, I feel like I just talked a whole bunch of BS. But anyways, I definitely will be keeping the windmills here, and I'm gonna push this second one more towards the fence, I think, and then put the garden faucet next to it so that way it's easier to get around. And I think I like that type of decoration here. Also, I do want to incorporate like a barrel, but again, because of the spacing, I'm not sure if it's gonna fit because I don't want to clutter this area too much, but I do want to add more items. So I think I just might add a wheat field and a barrel, and then I put the flimsy shovel just to look like someone was actually working in this area. And looky there is our good friend the balloon. Now let's see how many times it takes me to actually catch this thing, because apparently my eye coordination for these balloons are not that great. But eventually we are gonna, no, I didn't want to touch that. Come on, balloon. There we go. Hi, balloon. So that is a blue balloon. Let's see what we got as a present. Oh, we got some clay, which is nice because I do want to put out some more like DIY items. I'm just babbling on by now, but I think the build for this area is actually complete. I will be putting the other items in later while the baby naps. And just like that, our farm area is complete. This is such a cute little build and space filler, especially when you don't know what to build next. And I also just wanted to say really quick, thank you guys so much for the 163 cozy friends on our YouTube channel. I'm so excited for our little cozy family to keep growing. So thank you guys for hanging out with me today, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, cozy friends.